Hello, everybody. It's me again from Fred's Healthy Cooking Kitchen. I hope you enjoy these videos. It's a one a week type of thing that I'm trying to do. I went to the gym yesterday. My health instructor said that I should tell you guys my weight and keep track of it so that you would be following me as I hopefully succeed in dropping the tonnage. My weight this morning is 381.4, which is just about where humans leave off and cattle begin. I started in July at 460 pounds, roughly, and the year before that I was up at around 550. So it is a long and arduous task to do this. In the meantime, we have this COVID thing that's happening, so you can't really get out and do too much unless you get sick or whatever. And because of health restrictions on people that I'm trying to reach out to, you're better off staying inside the house and exercising or walking around the block. If you need to wear a mask, wear a mask. It'll help. Not if it's not protecting you, it may protect others. Anyway, so you know my weight, and today we're doing twice baked potatoes, 2 times the potatoes and 2 times the fun. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Again, tell your friends, subscribe and like, and give me a thumbs up. Have a great day, people. Remember, life's a journey, not a destination. First, you start by scrubbing your potatoes off. Make sure they're nice and clean, so that when you go ahead and put them in the microwave, they come out nice and clean. And if you want to eat them that way, then you can. But this is sliced baked potatoes, so you want to make sure the skin is nice and clean in case you want to eat the skin for all the nutrients out. Just make sure that you get yourself a brush like this and scrub them really, really well. You're going to get a microwave-safe bowl to put your potatoes in. I have a ceramic bowl. We're going to place our potatoes in there and put a bit of water in there. Then we're going to put them in the microwave. And we're going to put them in there for probably about 15 minutes for 4 potatoes to make sure that they get cooked thoroughly through in and out. If you're old school, you can wrap your potatoes in aluminum foil and stick them in the oven at 350 for about an hour. Okay, here we have our potatoes in our bowl. What we're going to do next is we're going to have to skewer them a little bit with a fork. This helps them to cook better. Also helps you get some frustrations out. Get in there. Get in there. Yeah, you. Anyway, have a little fun with it if you can. And now your potatoes are ready to go in the microwave. Okay, our potatoes are now out of the microwave. They're very, very hot. As you see, the forks pierce really easily into the potatoes, indicating that they are done. We are now going to let them come down to room temperature so you can work with them. They're extremely hot. Use a lot of caution when getting things out of the oven. Use oven mitts. If you have oven gloves, use those. I have 2 pair of oven gloves. They were given to me by my former employer when I was working for a major chemical company. We made the fibers and materials that went into those things, and they work pretty well. Okay, so we've allowed our potatoes to dry and come to room temperature. We dumped the water out of the residual water out of the bowl, as you can see. What you want to do is, for 4 potatoes, put about an inch to 1.25 inches worth of water in the bottom of the bowl, and just let them cook in the microwave. It gets them to be nice and soft on the inside and easier to work. You're going to transfer them to a cutting board, and you're going to get out a knife, something a little bit sharp, so that you don't mess up the skin so much, as you want to have them pretty much intact when you're going to bake them and serve them. You know, this is what I'm using for cutting the potatoes. It's a Tenkoto knife. It cuts right through everything. Let me show you if I can with this. You can slice or you can just push right through and you drag it across. See how nice and easy they come open? I'll go ahead and do that to the other 3 potatoes and we'll scoop them out. Okay, so we've went ahead and we cut our potatoes open. Now we're going to have to get a spoon to scoop out the meat of the potatoes and start with our preparation for the fillings and to get them back in the oven. I'm going to be using this spoon. It's just a cheap little kitchen spoon. that you normally would use for soup to go ahead and scoop out the potatoes. And this is how it is done. Okay, so we've holed out our potatoes and we've got the flesh in the bowl there. Now we're going to go ahead and try to mash it up a little bit and mix our ingredients so that we can restuff them. I've broken up the potatoes with a spoon for a little bit, and if you have a potato masher, such as one of these, just go ahead and pound them down a little bit, break them up so they're nice and fine, like this. And you're going to want to use your spoon again to stir up what's in the bowl, get it nice and able to move around. And then you're going to use non-fat yogurt, plain non-fat yogurt. It's the thing that you can use instead of sour cream. It's better for you, and it's not that harsh tasting. So here we have our non-fat yogurt. And we're going to put some of that in here to the bowl with the potatoes. And then we're going to stir it up with the spoon that we use to mash up the potatoes a little bit. And I'll show you what that looks like in just a second. So this is what it looks like when it's all finished and mashed up together. You need probably, for the amount of potatoes that we were using today, which were 4 Idaho potatoes, probably about 6 tablespoons worth of no-fat yogurt. We're going to add our spices. We're going to use garlic powder, onion powder, and some pepper. And I'll show you that in just a moment. So we put about a ½ teaspoon each of garlic powder and onion powder in there. And probably an 1/8 of a teaspoon of ground black pepper. Now the only have to do is mix it all. Okay, so I promised you potatoes done 2 ways. Twice baked potatoes, twice the fun, twice the ways of making it. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to mince up an onion. And we're going to saute it in a little pan with a little bit of olive oil, just until the onions are translucent. Or you can do them until they're golden brown if you want a more robust flavor. Onion. And we want to cut the onion to mince it, not all the way to the end, sort of like this. Sorry, I'm doing it with one hand, folks. We're on a very limited budget here at Fred's Healthy Cooking Kitchen. I will go ahead and finish this and show you the results when I have these 2 pieces. Okay, a little tip: if you're using a polymer-coated pan, do not put your stove on high. Use it from medium-high to medium to warm up everything and cook everything in there. There was a study done, and it turns out that the chemicals that they use to coat these pans leaches into your food and into your body, and you can't get rid of it forever. Anyway, that's just a helpful hint. I will go ahead and show you when the pan is up to the right temperature, where you can actually see the olive oil running around like water, which is what it's doing now. And we're going to dump our onions in. You can hear them sizzling. I'm going to do this a little bit more neat. I'll be right back. As you can see, the onions are starting to turn a nice brownish, golden brownish color. This is caramelization. It's cooking the sugars that are actually in the vegetable itself. A lot of vegetables have sugar, a lot of vegetables have salt. Celery has a lot of sodium in it, so I suggest staying away from that for quite a bit until you're down to your ideal weight, or your physician says that you can snack on it again. Okay, so we have our potatoes. They're all prepped and ready to go in the oven. I would suggest refrigerating them for half an hour first, so that way they don't fall apart while they're baking. Because when you get them from the store in the frozen food section, you put them in frozen and then you let them cook. So anyway, here goes nothing. Our oven is at temperature, and we're going to set the timer for 30 minutes. 20 minutes rather, and so results are pretty good. Once again, enjoy your cooking, eat healthy, exercise, and remember, life's a journey, not a destination. These will go great with any type of dinner or lunch, and the proof is in the pudding. So I will be serving these to a friend of mine tomorrow, and I'll let you know if he liked them on the next video. As always, the spices used are for my taste. You can jazz these things up any way you want them. That's the way we have to do things. Make sure they taste good, and stay healthy, people.